Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and today Apple announced the all-new M4 iPad Air. And in this video, I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about the all-new M4 iPad Air. I'm going to talk about its cameras, specs, price, and more, all in this video. So let's get right into it. Starting with the design of the new iPad Air, well, it's a carryover from the last two generations of the iPad Air. I was really hoping for Apple to change the wallpaper, the default wallpaper on the iPad Air, and unfortunately it is the same wallpaper. The one from the M2 back in 2024, that is a good wallpaper, but I was hoping for a different wallpaper. It is also the same as last year's Spec Bump M3 update. And this too is also a spec bump as well. Now, the new iPad Air comes in 4 colors. It comes in space gray, starlight, purple, and sky blue. And it also comes in 2 sizes. It comes in 11-inch and 13-inch, and you can get it within Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi plus cellular. Now, as far as the camera specifications, we'll just start with that now. The new M4 iPad Air has a 12 megapixel f/1.8 aperture rear camera. On the front, a 12 megapixel ultra wide with an f2.0 aperture. So with those cameras, you should be getting really nice quality out of the cameras. So you will get some really great quality from your particular camera setup on the iPad Air. Now the iPad Air comes in 4 different storage options. Let me just edit some of my notes here. They do come in 4 different storage options. 128 GB for $599, 256 gigabytes for $699, 512 gigabytes for $899, and 1 terabyte, 1,024 gigabytes for $1,099. Now you can also get cellular data for that as well, and it will be for the 128 GB model, $799, 256 gigabytes for $899, 512 GB for $1,099, and 1 terabyte for $1,199. Now, if you want to go for the 13-inch variant, the 13-inch model starts at $799 for 128 gigabytes, $899 for 256, $1,099 for 512, and $1,299 for 1 terabyte of storage. Now, if we take a look at the Wi-Fi only variant, or the Wi-Fi plus cellular variant rather, 128 gigabytes is $949. 256 is $1,049. 512 GB is $1,249. And 1 terabyte, 1,024 gigabytes is $1,499 if you get cellular on the 13-inch model. So it does get pretty expensive for the new iPad Air with the M4 chip. And this is all new, but it does have the same new design. It has the same wallpaper as the iPad Air 6th generation and the 7th generation iPad Air. This is the 8th generation model, so it's a carryover from the 2024 redesign or slight update to the M2 chip. Now, honestly, While I don't own this device and probably won't be able to get it, I am looking to upgrade some of my tech, though later in the year I may go for the iPad 12th generation. But the iPad that I use is an iPad Air 4th generation, though it is an older model. But with the new iPad Air M4, just like on all iPads, you will be able to get the new windowing system. So if you want to try out different things like Stage Manager, if you want to open up sort of different things like that, if I go to my account here and just shrink this window here, so you can use Stage Manager. If we go into the calendar here, just shrink that. We just go into it here. So this is a pretty great setup here with the all new Stage Manager feature. If we go into maybe say Apple Notes or Apple Mail rather, and we resize that window, and maybe say we go into an app such as Google Chrome, you will get some really great windowing for these particular devices. All iPads support the new windowing mode, and you even have a dedicated control for it within the control center. Now, as far as when these iPads will be released, well, just like with the iPhone 17e, and this is also now why I think Apple is going to announce the rest of the 3 products, which is, or the 2 rather, or we could see 3 if we see the iPad 11th generation, the iPad mini, and the new budget MacBooks. Though I think if they decide to announce some tomorrow and Wednesday, the iPad 12th or the iPad Air M4 rather is going to go on pre-order this Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. Now, we could see that slightly different for the iPad mini. If Apple announces it on Wednesday, we can see a Thursday or Friday pre-order with a release pushed to March 13th. Though March 11th is when the iPhone 17e and the new M4 iPad Air, which I'm currently making the video about, is going to be released on Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. While I will not be able to buy either of these products, I am going to have a video out, probably a live stream as well. Hopefully we don't have any technical difficulties, talking about the new M4 iPad Air as well as the new iPhone 17e when they get released. I am also going to have a podcast on Spotify as well. I've already posted about it on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. So leave a comment down below. What do you think of the new M4 iPad Air? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.